Hello. I know I'm a little early tonight, but I figure I might as well work now. It's all good. Let's see. Let me get up my music. Yeah, I just been I was working on some stuff and I was like, "Oh yeah, I can probably just work on work on stuff for now." Mhm. Mhm. It's all good. Have everything going. All that kind of good stuff going. We're just going to have a nice, relaxing time, really. Let's see here. We're gonna get some stuff done today. I'm hoping I can get a lot of this side hair done. There's a lot to get done here, but it would be really nice to just, get it all done. Get it working. We're gonna do our wiggle stretch first. But I'm having a pretty good day. I'm having kind of a low-key day today, to be honest. I played a little bit of Zenless, so that's what I was doing a lot more today. Playing some Zenless. Get all that wiggle stretch. This is the wiggle. Little wiggle work. Wiggle work. But I'm having a pretty good day. I finished the story on Zenless, so I'm caught up. I'm now to working on the other part, which is the, oh gosh, what is it called? Which is I'm gonna be working on like the summer event. Yes, the summer event. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna go ahead and stretch it out a little bit. Yeah, there's some craziness right here, but we're gonna get that all fixed up. Get it all fixed up and ready to go. But I'm personally doing good. We'll just have a small day. This is the wiggle part. Wiggly wiggle. And then we will stretch it out. Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of weird. That's why I'm like, yeah, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix this up. Especially because there's a lot there that it's gonna be done. Yeah. Oh. And there. And this right here. Oh. And that's gonna curl in a little bit more. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then, yeah, there's the sprinkles in the hair. Let's see if my main glitter hair is at 40. Yeah, at 40. Okay, cool. Cool. Awesome. Oh no. Oh. It's the old hair. Yeah, you haven't done any of the stretching here. So. Any of the stretching here. Yeah, I'm kind of just chilling. Not gonna lie. I had a really chilled day today. We went to the movies this weekend, or this week. Went to see Elio, which was not too bad. Actually, it was cute. Real cute. So. If people say it's not good, they probably have no taste. It was just fun. You know, sometimes you just need fun stuff. You don't need to overanalyze everything. Yeah, there we go. And I got to see my classroom yesterday. So that was really fun. There you go. Okay. Just gonna stretch it out a little bit more. Yep. So when it boings, it will boing. There we go. As you see. There we go. Now, these are just easy, easy, easy. This is my left and right. Them. Oh. I don't have to do that left and right. So we're gonna go and do that one. Oh. There you go. We're gonna just left and right this real quick. I really want to try to get the side hairs done, like, today. So that'll be what I probably get done. Just, you know, making things easier for me. This has been a lot, as you guys probably noticed. It's just been a lot. And I will probably rework some of these things. Hello, Arito. How are you doing? We are just working. We're just doing some work here. It's just going to be simple today. Could be a lot. What's cooking? Apparently my VTuber model is cooking right now. My VTuber model is really cooking right now. I'm doing pretty good with it. I'm going to get this all cooked up today. At least my hair part. The hair part is really what I'm trying to get done today. And then I can move on to other things on this. So it'll be really easy to get that done. And get that, you know, together. Let's go, let's go. So I got to see my classroom this week, which was awesome. So my classroom this time is just like a quarter the size bigger, which is great. But like I actually got my own closet, which is even more fantastic. And apparently like the group like the school district that I was working with, or I'm working with right now, they were like super nice to me. Like they were basically like, if you need anything, just let us know. And I'm like, okay. So they've been like super hospitable. I'm really excited. Really, really excited. So yeah, it's gonna be a really good time, I think. There we go. There's my X warps. My Y warps. My Y warps are up top. So I don't think I'm going to need to bump it up. No, I'm not going to need to bump it. Maybe bring it down a little. Maybe down a little. Yeah. Not going to be too much, but it does help. There we go. And then my Y2. This is where this is a whole lot more. I'm excited. I'm really excited about like what's to come. Oh no, 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 no. I messed up there. So, well, so that is up. Up. Nah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a good change for me. Definitely looking good. Thank you. Yeah, this is just a lot of repetitiveness right now, and I will get to the other parts like pretty soon. Like, I'll show you guys how it's gonna look. It just takes a bit. And today it was a good day to do it. It's just, you know, today is a good day to do it. I wanted to come in early to do it because I was just like, oh, I've been working on things like, I was working on like the first part of my video editing stuff. So what I do for video editing, like first, is I actually go and I use Descript so I can see a text of my transcript, and I basically judge my clips based on that. If I feel like there's not so much going on, it's not really worth it. But if I'm like talking about like a story or something, it's a good clip. So that's one of those things like I do that makes it a little bit easier on me. I know if I was more of a gamer streamer, like I would be doing a lot more, gaming stuff, but other than that, like I would do, other things too. Wait, can you make me? If you commission me enough money. I haven't done commissions on VTuber modeling yet. It's just something that I know that I need to get better at. And this is my process of getting better at it. But also, yeah, I'm actually working towards a 2.0 debut. So this is how I make it. So we go in there. We're getting it done. But I ended up I just ended up going and just getting some stuff like if I know that I can if I was more of a gaming streamer, I will probably like go through the clips and stuff like that more. But it's just like an easy way to scrub my clips, and honestly it's like a really easy way to scrub like a lot of people's clips is doing it that way. So that's normally how I scrub first, and then I start editing. editing as such because it's easier that way for me personally. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna put it on the rotation first. I'm gonna rotate up here, and we're going to bring that down there, and then temporary path it up here. Bump, bump. No. No. Maybe temporary path won't work. Maybe temporary warp will, though. So this is kind of... There we go. Because that top was going to warp really weirdly. There we go. But this is how your favorite VTuber people make models. So there we go. I know it's a process though, and I know I'm not like the best at it. Like, I know I have like a lot to learn, but it'll get there eventually. I know that. All the best things take time, effort, energy. So there we go. Cool. And so now when I move my hair, it will move one way or another way. Let's see here. So hair 2's done. And so we're gonna add those together so you guys can see kind of where the method to my madness is. So physics. So here it is. And then up and down. Yeah, as you see, it's kind of... I feel like I should have extra editing because this feels too clumpy. If you notice, it feels too clumpy. Maybe like duplicating some of these things would work for like the other, like each one. And so it'll have its own physics, and that might be something I might do. So that might be a good thing, because right now it kind of feels very forced, almost. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like looking at it. Maybe I'm a little too... A little too. But let's see here. Where about my Y? I'm like looking at this. I'm like, Maybe my wiggle stretch needs to be up more. 150. 150. Decrease. Yes. Oh, I guess that's because it needs to be that. Okay, maybe it needs to be under here. Shaking influence, convergence. Maybe it's 2 instead. Retraction time 1.5 and shaking influence. Let's look at 1.2. Because oh, I guess that's, you can only go up to 1. Okay. Maybe duration is like 12 instead. Let's see, decrease. Let's see here. There we go. I'm trying to. I'm just looking at the scale on this. Maybe 15. I'm like looking, I'm like, making bouncy curls. That's kind of thing. I do like the duration of the bounciness at the bottom. So let's add a 12 right there and add an 11 right there. Kind of making it more bouncy. You see how like it bounces a little bit more? That's nice. Great. Yeah. See, like it's, that's a little bit nicer, I think. I like the bounciness on it. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. And I'm gonna do like a little bit more here. 0.2. 0.1. Let's see here. That looks a little bit better, guys. Yeah. Looks a little bit better. What about Z? D-warp. 15. 2. 5. See, now that is working a little bit better. We're going to increase and decrease. So whenever I move my hair back and forth, like it'll bounce a little bit. So that'll be a little bit better. There we go. And now we're going to add this, and this is going to be X1. We're going to do all of our keyforms all down. All down and around. Okay, there we go. There you go. And then it's 2. We're just going down the list. I know, so many. It's 3. I want it to have some movement, though. That's the thing. That's what I want to try to get going on it. X4. And then once it has that movement, we'll have more of it coming soon. X5. I've been kind of learning Live2D myself, which has been through YouTube tutorials of all the crazy things. So it's been a challenge, but also it's been kind of nice. It's definitely a learning process, and yeah, I'm hoping I'm getting the hang of it. I am making it a little bit different than I did the last one. I'm using a lot of warp deformers, which is awesome. The last time I didn't use that many warp deformers. And sometimes you can see in my rigging that it's a little bit wonky. But I was able with my knowledge, from the past mistakes of this first model that I have, that I learned other ways to go and make this. It's just, it is what it is. This is just like my low-key stream. Honestly, I was supposed to stream this on Tuesday, but I ended up going to the movies with the boyfriend, and it was a good time. I ended up going to Elio, and honestly, it was a really good movie. It was one of those movies that I wish had a little bit more marketing, because damn, Lilo and Stitch took all the marketing away from Elio. I will be the first one to tell you that, because I went to see both Lilo and Stitch and this in theaters. And honestly, Elio was a way better movie. It's probably one of the better movies I've seen this summer. So it was kind of like a really good time. So let's see here. Da 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 da. There we go, there we go, there we go. Alright. So it's time for wiggle stretch time. So I normally wiggle stretch it because I like the effect that the wiggle stretch gives it. Let's see here. And I'm gonna go and get rid of the R. So yeah, as you see, I'm like looking to see which hair I'm going to be wiggle stretching. So I'm pretty sure it is this one right here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. And then I'm going to wiggle stretch it. So I'm pretty sure that front one is the last one, is hair one. No, it's not. It's one in the back. Okay. So that's hair 3. Okay. All right. So we are going to wiggle. No. We're going to wiggle stretch these two. So, oh no. We're gonna wiggle stretch it. So, bup, 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 bup. This is what wiggle stretching is. Or what I call wiggle stretching. So as you see how I've scrunched up all my hair, it's kind of that process. I'm trying to scrunch up all the hair and kind of make it so that I will wiggle stretch everything together. And then I will go in and make it a lot better. So, wiggle stretching. And this is what makes your curls bouncy. So, and I want bouncy curls. So. Oh. What? I didn't put the sparkles at all on that too? What the frick the fuck? Okay. Oh. We'll redo all that. It doesn't bother me that I have to do that. Doesn't bother me at all. There we go. So, now it's time to wiggle stretch. Wiggle, stretch it. Wiggle stretch, wiggle stretch. Wiggle, stretch it. Wiggle, stretch. And as you notice, I can kind of look at this and kind of also look to see how this side looks too. So, and then we will look at my hair. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the third one so I can look at why does the fourth one look so bad? Yeah, like I'm fixing that. I'm fixing that because I'm like, why does this look terrible? And it's all this wiggle stretching. Yeah, I'm like looking at that old stretch and I'm like, what is going on here? Would be a multitude of reasons. Could be multiple reasons. But it looks like it was all twisted up. go. This is like, why was that twisted up? There we go. And now that one looks way better. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I'm untwisting things. I'm making things look better. There I am. Sometimes you have to go back into it and be like, yeah, that looks terrible. So. Okay, so wiggle stretched. Let's look at how bad that looks. So this part is stretched really weird. So, for things out a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah. We're just fixing it up. Sometimes we just gotta do that. There we go. Sometimes it'd be like this. And it's just like, ooh. Sometimes you just gotta look at something and you go, ooh. There you go. So, that's a little bit better. Way better. And then we will stretch everything out. Yeah. It's gonna stretch it all the way out like this. Just like this. Oh. And now as you see, there's a group right there that I need to go and grab. So, it's gonna be that group, and it's gonna be this one right here. We're gonna stretch that a little bit later. So, all right, cool. We're gonna stretch these out a little bit better. Boom, 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 and I'm just like, okay. I'm surprised it didn't stretch out that long, but I guess we need to stretch it out less. I guess. Gonna stretch it out less. We're gonna keep things consistent. That's the thing. We need to keep it consistent. Okay. There we go. Kept it consistent. So now, when it bounces, it will bounce and be consistent. But we need to work on that part. Okay. Okay, so now we have that stretch again, which is good. Dun, boom, boom, boom. And there we go. Cool beans. So we got the stretchiness, we got the wiggliness. And I'm gonna just add those other ones back in. So you all can see it. You can see it in action. So wiggle, stretch. So next one. Next one. These are just my easy ones. That one, I don't really have to do anything, but this one is my moving to the left. There we go. We'll just do my moving to the left and to the right. Just as easy as I normally do it. Mirror motion. Boom. Boom. And then we will do this one. Oh my goodness. There we go. Won't let me do it. So X, X, X. There we go. We just got good vibes right now. Good vibes. So. And then the next one, we will have, after these hairs, I have the back area, which is going to be different for me. Oh, shit. Well, you see how that can be a little crazy for me. Boop. Dot. 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 And then mirror motion it. So, everything is back. And I'll be easy as pie. And then once I get this part done, it'll be the back hair, and then it will be rendering it all up. But there is, I'm like thinking, I know tomorrow I'll be working on this too. And I've been working on the head part so long that it's just like, oh my goodness. So much to do on this. But then I have like the body to do, and then I have like other things to do on it, which I'm like, oh man. Never ending. It's never ending, folks. Never ending. See, and then I don't have to go and fix that one. But next one is you move this up. Ba, 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 ba. Is my up and down. And my back hair is going to be the same way. It's going to be very similar, actually. So there is like a back part, and I wanted to separate my back part a little bit more this time. So there is some adjustments to that. There's adjustments onto my actual art that I made. So that's something that was, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't see any changes. There's a lot of changes. There's actually a lot of changes on this model. I actually added sparkles. So the hair, when it moves, it will shimmer. That's a big one. There are some other little things. And now I can go and do it this way. I do love how I can just go and bring these temporary paths and do what I need to do with them. Temporary warp. Yeah. Yeah, there. There you go. And now, as you see, I have like one more, and then I have the other one. So, there we go. And my main glitter is over there. Then the next one is my hair one. Hair one and then back hair. So, physics. So, and then angle. There we go. So, there we go. There's some stuff. We're gonna save that. And then we're gonna do the next part. So, very excited about this. Very, very excited about this. So, next one. Make a parent. This is the parent layer. And now we're just going to keep on going with it. There's just a lot of making warp layers. That's just sometimes a lot. There we go. 3. I know I will eventually, we'll eventually get there. But I'm just enjoying the process right now. Oh! There we go. Apparently bots don't want me to enjoy the process, but it's all good. Next 5. And then the next one is gonna be next 6. There we go. And then it's gonna look really nice, actually. We will have the next ones on our list. Y2. Y3. There you go. And then Y4. Yeah, we'll have these, and then the Z warp, the C deformer, and then we'll do the back ones, and then I will definitely like render this tonight. That's my goal, is to get this rendered tonight. Hello, howdy howdy. How are you doing? How are you doing? We're just getting things done right now. Let's see here. Y6. I'm good, just doing my thing. How are you doing? I'm doing really good. We're just vibing as I work on this. It's like just a big process, and it's just a lot of tediousness, but I know everybody likes to go and watch me work as I do this, because it's just, you guys are just interested. It's just like, oh yeah, my model's adorable as hell. Thank you. Actually, I'm working on a 2.0 right now on my model. This is it's on the screen. So that's my 2.0. I know that I have little things that I have to do on it. I actually made my model, my 1.0 model, myself. So yeah, it's I'm a little bit of a crazy person, so don't worry about it. But I actually made my 1.0 model myself, and I decided that because I learned so much from my first model, that I decided that I was going to work on my second model. And so, you know, sometimes you learn and you're like, ooh, that's some weird shit going on with that. And, you know, you go and you're like, I want to change things on it, and that's what I'm doing. What does the full model look like, if you don't mind me asking? It looks exactly like this one. So, I have little feetsies, and I have like I'm just doing like my big ol' my hair. I have so much stuff on here. Let me see if I can find where I put body. Yeah, body. Body? Are you gonna Yeah, so it's loading. It's loading, my body's loading. So yeah, so I have my full head, neck. Yeah, that's a lot of hair. I know, full body neck. I actually redid the hollow on my shoes and my jacket, so it looks a lot better. It looks more hollow, actually. I did a whole lot more. I made some sparkles on my hair part, and it looks so much better. Like I'll be able to glow those scales, which is really cool. I'm really excited about that part. I have my toggle like I have for my writing. I have that toggle already, but when my computer fucking died, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get to this anyways. It's all good. It's all fine. I was just like, yeah, I'll get that done. But there's like some more separating. There's some more stuff that I was like, oh, I can actually get this done. A lot better stuff on the eye, a lot better physics on the eyes, a lot better physics on my ears, which is really super cool. I'm really excited about those things. I need to see about getting physics for my hairpin soon, which is probably going to be the next thing on that list. But yeah, as you see, there's a lot of work that I put into it so far. And I've been focusing mostly on the face right now. I haven't done any of the left, right, that kind of stuff right now. That's just because I just want to get the physics on the face done and fixed before I go. And I figured out a new way to do my head stuff too, so I didn't have to do that right now. Faces love, don't worry. Yeah, exactly. I'm just doing that. It's all good. But yeah, I've been really doing some really cool stuff with it. I'm really excited about what I'm going to be able to get done with this. I have full V-Bridger on this new model too, so that's really exciting. I don't have V-Bridger on this one at all, so sometimes it's kind of derpy. So it's really exciting to have that V-Bridger in it now. It's like, yes. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of, if it'll let me. No, no. No, you're just gonna be kind of weird. Okay. Okay, okay. Sometimes it's weird with me. It's all good though. It's all good though. I have like so many layers. So many layers. So I'm just gonna do this. There we go. So I can actually see what I'm doing. That's the thing. I gotta see what I'm doing. Like, oh, how do I do stuff? But now I'm really excited about this. This is like my second model I've rigged. My first one was this one, and I am just like really excited about this. I am adding also another outfit to it. That's gonna, to be honest, that one is more top secret. So I wanted to do a 2.0 debut, and that was one of the things like I wanted to do on my 2.0 is I wanted to kind of make a new outfit for myself and be more towards my teaching theming, because I'm actually a teacher IRL, and I'm basically your school fishy teacher, your sea witch of a school fishy teacher. So I wanted to do either like a teaching outfit. I was thinking Greek, like a Greek outfit at one point, but I really want the teaching outfit. Thank you for that. I appreciate it greatly. Oh my goodness, there's no problem. I really enjoy people just coming over and just wanting to vibe, because I just, it's just, sometimes it's lonely and sometimes I just want to vibe, and this is like my days to vibe. I know it's gonna change with my schedule soon, but I know that it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be more of the let's figure out where my stuff will go. Hello, how are you doing? I'm on like all the platforms right now. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick right now. So it's just kind of like all the platforms right now. So BRB, need to clean up. That's no biggie. That's no biggie. You can come in, you can vibe. It's all good. If you need to go and if you want to lurk, you're more than happy to. I love lurkers too. I'm doing good. Awesome. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good too. Today is a kind of a slow day for me. I've been having a lot of slow days lately, but I think it's because I just want to kind of get myself ready for everything that's to come soon. Yesterday I went to go and see. Oh, thank you so much for subbing. Oh shit, I don't have my alerts on. There we go. Oh, like, where are my alerts? No, where are my shit? I had another stream. So I had a stream that you guys, I had a stream that I ended up doing a teaching stream. Could barely see, yeah, no worries. No, I had a stream and it was a teaching stream, so I had everything off. So I'm like, oh no, oh no. And actually, I also have my other thing off. So let me go and put my events back up, because man, I freaking forgot that I had everything turned off. Yeah, I literally, so I had a teaching stream and I kept everything off because I was actually recording my stream for my future students. I'm an IRL teacher, so I actually did a stream on Wednesday, and this is going to be on YouTube too, that it was a Photoshop 101 stream. I actually am going to, like, it's just like a beginning basics of Photoshop, so it's like learning the program, kind of just as a basic, and then later on in the class I would teach some more techniques, more advanced stuff. So that's kind of one of those things like I was really focused on, and I was recording it, and I actually ended up getting all the recording and stuff. It's all ready to go for me to edit it. So that's like the really nice thing about it. It's just like I can go and do that and just all good. Let's see here. That's not gonna do anything. I'm like looking at it. So that's not gonna really do anything that I can tell. Other than, let's see here. Let's see here. We're gonna move it over a little bit. Yeah. And, okay. So it does move it a little bit. Oh. Okay. So, yeah, if you're like, I want to learn Live2D, this is the place to come to, as I'm learning it too. So, I have been learning this on my own, believe it or not. And it's been going good. It's a lot of repetitiveness. God, why am I so adorable? I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little bit of a I mean, I will tell you, I'm definitely a freaking goblin when it comes to my food situation. Do I watch Stranger Things? Yes, I do. I'm really excited about the last season. I'm hoping that it's gonna be really good. I have been, actually, for TV, I watch a lot of anime too. I've just gone back into watching a lot of anime because I used to watch a lot when I was in college, but because life, I wasn't able to watch a lot more. So I ended up with the boyfriend. We ended up watching Apothecary Diaries, and we are enjoying that so much. It is so good. It reminds me of his character. So we play D&D, and it reminds me of his character, which is a fleshcrafter artificer. But oh my god, it's just like the amount of snark. It's just the amount of snark that comes from Mao Mao that we are just like, we love this. We love this girl. She is our, I'm like literally like, she's my daughter. Because yes, Mao Mao is my daughter. I also play Zenless, and so I literally also had, I also had the moment of I looked at freaking Atlas and Yuzuha, and I'm just like, these are my kids. there's just been a lot of these are my children right now. My maternal instincts are kicking in, I think. It's just like I look at young anime characters now, and I'm just like, no, they're baby. I'm just like, they're baby to me. Because I'm an old lady. I'm your old lady. I'm like, I cannot look at little teenagers and be like, they're not sexy to me. Like, to be honest, when I was playing the Zenless event, I just looked at the girls and I said, okay, good, you're covered up. It's just like, I'm just like, ladies, you covered up. Great, awesome. I appreciate this. It's like, but I did look at, because I'm also a MILF or a GILF. Yes. I saw your mod. It's okay. Yeah. Exactly. And I just looked at, and then I also looked at, Yelan from, so we did, I watched a little bit of the stuff from, Thing, from the live stream for Genshin, and I looked at Yelan's outfit and I'm like, choice outfit right there. We love it here. And I'm just like, yeah, that is something. But I'm definitely VTuber community. Definitely, I would be considered hag status for sure. I am an old lady. I could be. I am definitely older. So I teach high school. I can probably be my high schoolers' kids. My high schoolers' parent. So I just look at them and I'm just like, I am your parent. Stop it. I've had some students hit on me and I went, I could be your parent. Stop it. It's just like, no, for sure. Do I like horror movies? Yes, I do actually. I like psychological horror more so than anything. So like, things like Silence of the Lambs, Poltergeist, that sort of stuff. So I'm more so into that. I'm not so much into slashers. It's just not, like, honestly, it's just not scary to me. And I kind of get pissed off at, like, the people, because I'm kind of, like, over here just, like, why are you fucking doing this? Like, I just get kind of, I also get concerned about things, too. I'm just, like, it's like, no. It's like, why are you doing this? So I don't really play horror games that much because horror games just make me, like, mad. I don't know what it is. I just get mad when I play it, and it's just like, I'm more so about calm, good vibes, that kind of stuff. I just get mad and frustrated. I played Mortuary Assistant, and this was actually kind of funny about the Mortuary Assistant stuff. And slashers are so bad and good and cheesy. Exactly, they're cheesy. They're actually more cheesy than anything. So I'm kind of like, I kind of laugh. And I'm like, a lot of people like are like, oh my god, they're so scary. I'm like, oh, no, they're funny. They're funny to me. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, I had like the biggest fucking laugh going and watching that. It's just like, man. But I will say, when I played Mortuary Assistant, so there's a point where, like, the demon comes out and he comes up and he's just like chilling on the cabinet, and I knew, so I was getting already sick from, like, watching, like, the process, like, you're actually doing, like, the embalming process, and, like, it's really interesting, not gonna lie, it's actually really accurate for embalming process, but, like, I got so sick watching it. I don't do well with blood anyways. And so because it just makes me like sick. And so that one was just getting like really I was just really more so me getting sick, and I was like, oh, this is not good. But the funniest one that I had on that was I was playing and the demon goes up on top of the cabinet, and I sit there and I literally go and I look at the demon and I'm like, demon, you need to get off of there. You're going to get yourself hurt. And I just sat there. I blankly did that. I was just like, oh, and then I just went, yeah, I'm done. I just talked to the demon like it was my high school student. That's kind of bad. Yeah, let's just not play this anymore. It was just so bad. I was just like, yeah, yeah,
I've been waiting for this.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Stroke it. Thank you. But yeah, I sat there. I literally looked at the demon and I was just like, excuse me, you need to stop. and then I sat there and I'm like, I can't play this anymore. I just freaking mommed the demon. I can't do it. I freaking teachered the demon. The demon at this point would just be really freaking confused about it being scolded by a teacher. I just sat there and I was just like, yeah, this demon would just be very confused at this point in time. Poor demon. So I literally am just like, yeah, I can't play horror games. Thank you for the rounds. I need a dip soon, but I need a round again. No worries. Have fun. Have fun. But yeah, it was just like one of those moments that I just sat there and I just was like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. It you know, you have those moments in when you play a game and you're just like, yeah, this can't happen. This is like, okay, I need 40% on that one. 40% on that one. Draw order is actually at 400. So, there you go. Who is my favorite superhero? So, I don't really know, to be honest. That one's one that is kind of weird. I'm not a big Marvel or DC fan. I'm actually like, I like Sailor Moon and stuff, and so that would probably be like it if I, if that actually counts. But like, about to say, I love the Batman movies. It's probably because I grew up on, like, the Dark Knight franchise came out when I was in high school. So that was something that is near and dear to my heart. The other things is just like, I know like so many people are watching the Superman movie. I'm like, okay, that's actually sounds pretty legit. I've always been like attracted more to DC. She counts and Batman's awesome. Yeah, I really I've been more so a DC fan, if anything, because my mom and dad are also DC fans. They grew up on. My parents are older. My parents are in their actually 65, and they grew up on like Wonder Woman and Batman and and the old Superman and that kind of stuff. So they grew up on that stuff. And then I grew up with like Teen Titans coming out and that kind of stuff too. So, there's some stuff there that we really do. Yeah. They're not like super big. They're not really super big nerds. I'm actually more nerdy than they are for sure. But you know, they know they let me grow up with this stuff, and they were just like, yeah, you know, it's all good. Um, yeah, my mom grew up with like my mom loved like Green Lantern, and also she loved Fantastic Four, which which I know that she really wants to go see. She really wants to go see the new Fantastic Four movie. I actually do too. And then I know that she also wants to go see the new Superman movie, which I also want to go see. We actually, my boyfriend and I, we just went to go see Elio in the theaters, and everybody was going to see Superman. But there's a surprising amount of people who were still going to see Elio there, and that was really good, actually. A lot better than what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting so much because a lot of people just didn't go see it because the marketing was just so bad on it. But it was really cute, actually. I really enjoyed it. And then the other thing that I really liked, we did go see Lilo and Stitch, and it was kind of meh to me, so I was not really a big fan of it. I think this summer, when it comes to movies I've seen, it's like K-pop Demon Hunters and then Elio, which are really close to close, and then like Lilo and Stitch, which is kind of mid. I mean, it works for the time period that they're doing. Like, it works for this time period, but it wouldn't, like, it's not my favorite. And I love Lilo and Stitch. That's like one of my favorite Disney movies. So, yeah, I know, like, honestly, if they did not attach Lilo and Stitch to the naming on it, I think it would have done better. It is a solid story, but again, just like one of those moments of, oh yeah, it's not, you know, I gave it a shot. It's just like, I gave it a shot. It was okay. It was a solid story, but again, I think a lot of people attach the Lilo and Stitch name to it, and it's just, you know, it's hard. It's really hard, especially when, you know, that's like one of my childhood movies. It's just like, yeah, the childhood movies, they're counting on nostalgia, and then the problem is that the nostalgia is going to hit them in the face. So I've been wanting to see there's a lot of movies that I've been wanting to see. My parents actually I saw Superman and enjoyed it. Awesome. I heard from people it literally changed their life. I'm like, what? But I also saw, which was super wholesome. It's super wholesome about the dog adoptions going up. And I'm like a big animal advocate. I love dogs. There are people who are like, yeah, adoptions for dogs, like the actual amount of people going and searching for about adoptions for dogs have gone up 500% since Superman came out. And I think that's really awesome. They're also trying to find schnauzers, which are hilarious. Like, people are just like, I want a schnauzer. I'm like, yeah, that's hilarious. Literally, watch I watch two schnauzers all the time. One of them is like a puppy, and then the other one is just a dog that I absolutely love. She was actually and she's older. She's actually was my dog's best friend's dog. Like, is my dog's best friend. Like, if dogs had best friends, this was her best friend, because she would do the really cute thing my dog would, and she would go and put her head on the other dog's back, and that dog would just let her. It's just like, she was just like, they just vibed. And, you know, I'm just like, you know what? That's awesome. Yeah, people loved Crypto. I figured, I mean, that dog was adorable. And, literally, that dog reminds me, and I was telling my mom this too. I was like, yeah, when I saw Crypto, for Superman, I literally thought that, I was just like, man, Reese looks good in this movie. Which is my friend's dog. And so my mom was like laughing. I was just like, yeah, no, she looked. I was just like, yeah, I was just like, yeah, that that dog reminded me so much of my friend's dog that I was just like, yeah, and she's a little bit bigger and she's got little spots and she's adorable. And she's just a really good dog, honestly, like. And then the other dog I watched, Daisy, I love Daisy so much. She's such a good puppy. Like she's just like a really good puppy and like actual puppy like, and she is literally in love with my boyfriend. Like she just wants him to pay attention to her all the time. It's just like, it's just adorable. I'm just like, oh my god. I've told yeah, I was telling my the people that I watch her, I'm just like, yeah, I was like, yeah, she sassed my boyfriend, and she was just like, oh my, and they just laughed, and I'm like, yeah, she just wanted him, she just was telling him all about it, like, why did you leave me for 2 minutes, blah, 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 blah. It was adorable, and I'm just like, I just looked at her, and I'm like, oh my god, you're adorable, this dog, and it's so funny, she will go up and, like, I live, like, in an apartment, or actually it's a condo, but it's kind of an apartment complex, and so I have neighbors upstairs, and they have 2 dogs, and they kind of do, like, midnight zoomies, and so she looked up at me and him one night while the dogs were doing the midnight zoomies, and they were just, and she kind of looked at us like, what the fuck are they doing? It's just like, don't they know what time it is? And I'm just like, yeah, me too, girl, me too. They're just so smart though. Like honestly, I love. It's like, yeah, I was just like, a schnauzer for crypto. Yeah, that was perfect. That was perfect casting. Just such smart dogs, such good dogs. Um, really, I was just like, perfect casting, perfect casting. And yeah, and they're both, and she's pure white like crypto. So I mean, she's adorable. She's like just like she's just super adorable. Like, it's like I would watch more of her, like more of her any day. She doesn't beg for food or anything, which is like, they actually trained her not to beg for food, which I was like, holy crap. Um so so I can eat like anything around her other than popcorn. She loves popcorn. And I'll give her popcorn too. I'm part of the problem. So, it's, I will give her popcorn because, if that's the only thing she's going to beg for, I'm going to give it to her. That's no biggie. Popcorn's fine. Um Talking to me who had the extremely obese dog. I had a chunker. I had a chunker of a dog. She was a good dog though. She's the best dog. Such a chunker. But yeah, no, she's so good. And it's like, yeah, I will have multiples of you any day of the week. So yeah, I was just like, so like when they were talking about dog adoptions, I was just like, you know what? That's awesome. That's awesome that people want to go and possibly do that. Especially because there's a lot of dogs out there that they want to, they need the help. They need to be adopted. And I'm all about dog adoption. Like adopt from a shelter. It's like, it's all good. Adopt from a shelter. And I've had multiple shelter puppies, and they have been the best doggos ever. My childhood doggy was actually a shelter puppet. Actually a pound, like actual pound, puppy, and she was like the best dog ever, and she passed away when she was 15. she was an Alaskan Malamute. Huge dog. Huge dog. Beautiful dog. Best mommy dog. Like, literally, we wish that... Honestly, we would kind of wish that, like, she could have a litter of puppies. Because she was so good with just us kids that it was just so good. But my other two have actually been special needs dogs. They've had special needs. Even though I could probably say that I need a dog for special needs. But no, they had special needs, and so they actually had some health issues, and they lived very good long lives too. So, and now I just have the one, and I'm like, yeah, I need to go and have, now since I'm by myself, all on my own. Oh no, where did work go? Shit. There we go. I was like, where did you go? Yeah, since you know, all this stuff, I'm just like, you know, I'll get a doggo eventually. I'll get one eventually when I have more finances. It's more like I need more finances to have one. And I don't want them to be super alone. So if I'm... So my job now will have me, like, I'll be traveling a little bit, but at least it'll be, like, it won't be so bad. Okay, where do we go? There we go. But it'll be all good in the neighborhood. Okay. And then, whoop! That's my ad for Twitch. Again, I'm streaming on all platforms right now. Just because this is my relaxing day. Just an easy way to go and promote myself, all that kind of good stuff. Been doing some multi-streaming just because it's, you know, get to check it out. Check out to see, like, what gets myself, like, what gets more active. That's, like, the thing. It's just, like, you gotta figure it out, like, the activity stuff. Who are my celebrity crushes? I really don't have any. That's, like, the thing. I don't really have any. I guess it's just because... I don't know. It's just like, I just don't know. I just don't have that much. So, it's kind of like a thing. I mean, I know other people who have more celebrity crushes. I'm like, eh. I like when celebrities are acting more normal. It's just like, oh yeah, you're just a normal person, just like me. But yeah, I don't really follow celebrities like that at all anymore. I know back in the day, like, I'm about to say, like, elementary school stuff, I was, like, a big... Like, I just like people for what they can go and do. It's just weird. I know I'm weird. I don't really have anybody like that. I guess it's because also, like I'm in a committed relationship, and so it's just kind of like, it's kind of like one of those moments of you're in like a committed relationship and you're just kind of like, I really like that person. It's just like, it's just so weird. So weird to think about it. Now, if my boyfriend was on here, he would definitely say, like, he's just like, he, like, right now, I think it's Haley Steinfeld for him. And I don't blame him at all. I'm just like, yeah. Mine, I'm like, and also he's just like Michael B. Jordan too. And I'm just like, yep, pretty much. I'm like, I feel this. I feel this. I know it's kind of weird though. I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know, like, off the top of my head. That's just the weird thing. Let's see here. I'll tell you all the people I don't like. That's like the thing. I'm just like, yeah. It's like, who do I not like? And it's just like, that's kind of how I look at things. I'm just like, Henry Cavill. I like Henry Cavill a lot. I think Henry Cavill's awesome. Henry Cavill and I would totally have a fucking beer with Henry Cavill and play D&D with him. It's kind of like Joe Manganiello too. I was just like, I would totally play D&D with you and have a beer with you. It's just like that's kind of, it's like, yep. And like I'm like an older Henry Cavill fan too. Like I liked him before The Witcher. I actually watched him on like the Tutors and stuff because he was on like, because yeah, I was just like watching him on like those kinds of shows too with my mom because I really like historical drama shows. So I will watch the shit out of historical drama shows. So he was like on one and I'm like, oh yeah, he's pretty cool. So, and that was like before like he became like super duper duper popular. And then everyone's just like, oh, Henry Cavill. And I'm like, oh, cool, he made it. It's kind of like my boyfriend and I, we were talking about this too with Chris Pratt. We were just like, oh yeah, Chris Pratt. We saw him on, it was not even like Parks and Rec. It was like something else. So we watched him on. That was like super old, and we're like, oh yeah, that's like really cool that he's actually doing well. Also, like, I could never say that Chris Pratt is my celebrity crush because he reminds me too much of one of my besties. Like to a T. He is like one of my besties. And I'm like, I can't do that. That'd just be fucking weird. It's like, that's just weird, and that's my bestie, and I could not. Idris Elba, he fine. He fine. I will say Idris Elba's fine. Like I go and I'm like, yep, he's also cool. Honestly, I am kind of upset that they don't want him for Bond. Don't want him to be Bond. But also I can see why, because he's older. The guy that they want to play Bond possibly is really good. I'm like, yeah. I was like, he's fine. Actually, Reggie Jean Page, I like him a lot. He's the main guy for the first season of Bridgerton. Yeah. And he was also in the D&D movie as the Paladin. I will say yes. And it's so funny. I went to go and see Julia Quinn talk from Bridgerton, the person who wrote Bridgerton. and she was talking about how she met him and went that was the most prettiest man I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm just like, that would be me. I'd be like, God damn. Like, she was just like, he is so pretty that he's so pretty that like it must be, it was so funny. And she was like, he is so pretty that it must be like a freaking it must be like, oh gosh, it must be a disability to be that gorgeous. I'm like, oh my god. Shamir Moore. I think that's Shamir Moore. I think that's, let me check. I think that's the one. Let's see here. He's not bad. I haven't watched a lot of, I'm like looking him up. I haven't watched a lot of the stuff that he's been in, to be honest. Oh, here's Cyborg. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of stuff that he's in. He's pretty good though. The work. And then wiggle. Oh, shit. And wiggle, stretch. Lenny Kravitz. Well, Lenny Kravitz is awesome. I've seen him since he was, you know, when he was actually singing. He's great. He's great. He's like, yep, Let's see here. What shows do I watch? So I've been watching a lot of anime lately. I watched The Pit. That I'm on The Pit right now. And so I've been watching a lot of that lately. I've watched, I'm watching Apothecary Diaries right now, which is anime. I watch a lot. I just have a lot of, I do a lot of, you know, it's just, I have a lot of stuff that I watch. it's definitely, it's definitely interesting. Like, I also am a dirty reality TV show watcher too. Like, everybody knows that I'm a reality TV show watcher. I do a lot of I watch like a lot of that kind of stuff, but I actually haven't watched a lot of reality TV show for a bit, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, right now I've been watching The Pit, and I've been watching I've been watching Apothecary Diaries. I don't really watch a lot of TV anymore. I used to watch a lot more. So that's something that I kind of, you know, I kind of was like, let me step back from it. It's all good. I watched Reacher, Stranger Kings, The Boys, and Tulsa King. Okay, I was trying to get myself into The Boys. And it was hard to get into. It was hard to get into for me. Jack Reacher, I think that's Amazon. I was watching Invincible. So that was one that I was watching a little bit of on Amazon. I'm trying to think of what else I was watching. I'm also trying to think of some stuff on Amazon that's really, really good. There's actually a good show called Leonardo on Amazon that I need to get to watching. It's about Leonardo da Vinci. I'm actually an art history major, so that kind of stuff like really appeals to me. But yeah, there's a show about Leonardo da Vinci that's on there. I think Sebastian Stan is in it. I or it's either Sebastian Stan that's in it or it's Jonathan Bailey. It's one of those guys that is in that. I know Sebastian Stan was in Medici, and Medici is one of my favorite shows. So I know my little art history brain is a ticking. um, but that's one show that I will freaking stand by. It's just like, yes, please go watch. It's so hard to find it now too. It's like one of those shows that's just really hard to find because they lost like the rights on Netflix, Medici. So yeah, now it's like just Italian. Can go find it. But I know that one of my other there's other shows that I've been like I again, it's just like I know Leonardo's on Amazon and that's supposed to be pretty good. And that's one that I've been wanting to go and watch. That's on my list. I got a list of games I need to play, list of things I need to watch. It's never ending. My never ending list. And then I heard Jack Reacher's pretty good too. I just haven't gotten myself to go see it. And I watch a lot of anime. So, one show I really want to watch, anime wise, but I can't right now because I don't have Crunchyroll, is My Dress Up Darling. Is one of my favorite shows because it just reflects my life way too well. Or what my life was way too well. I was a cosplayer, so I did a lot of cosplay work, like myself mostly. And then like when COVID happened, I stopped because not because of just me, but also number one, like COVID happened. But number two, like when they were opening up things, I didn't want to go into stuff really quickly because I actually have some bad health conditions. So I actually decided that conventions are just not for me right now. And it's a little bit better now. But again, it's kind of like one of those things like really really like it'll take me some time to go and be like, yeah, I'll go back to conventions and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of like one of those moments of, it is what it is. But let me and I will wiggle you in Word. And then another one. Oh. And then I'm gonna do another one here. There we go. Then that one. Yeah, I just had to make conscious decisions. Because also my family has a lot of, my personal family has like a lot of health issues right now too. Like I have family members who would I bang Idris Elba? Probably not. I don't know. That's just kind of weird. I probably wouldn't. I'm just like, yeah. Let's see here. To be honest, I'm more, I guess I can definitely say it. I'm definitely more, I'm like more about having like an actual relationship with somebody, like an actual, like, people, people liking me for me, and like actually developing, like, talking with people and stuff, versus like be like, I'm not a big hookup culture fan. Like, I'm not a hookup culture person. It's just weird. It's weird. I've never been that person. Even at my biggest party stage, I've never been like that. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn, I did it the wrong area. There we go. 1. It's up here. Yeah, I've never been a big hookup culture person. I don't know about other people, but me, mm-mm. I've never been a big party person either. Motion mirror. There we go. I don't know. I just prefer just staying at home, playing video games, vibing. There you go. Making my VTuber model. So far, it looks pretty good. And then motion mirror that. And then we'll motion mirror this part. And then we'll do like, we'll double, we'll go and model it or physics it again. So there we go. Here you go, here you go. And then we'll bring this down. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, go, go. And then rewarp. I'm just... Oh. Let's do that warp up. There we go. Yeah, we'll get the physics on this done. And then that'll be nice. There'll be a lot more going with it. There we go. And 4 warp. And then I'll go and work on more of the stuff on this. Physics settings. There we go. There we go. And then Z warp, which is pretty easy. So we're going to do that. Rotate it. Temporary warp it. And then we'll do the next side. Rotation, rotation. And then temporary warp that. Make it a little bit bigger. There you go. Cool. And now we'll go and model this. Let's see here. So X. So we're going to add more of those. We're going to add the X warps, Z warp, and the wiggle stretch. Oh, I don't need the Z warp right there. Delete that. So this one's going to be the same as 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then input settings is still the same. Y output. Add those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, wiggle. So 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Z. Adding those two. Z warp and wiggle. 1 and 2. We're gonna first do that. There we go. There we go. Increase. Let's go. I'm just doing X's. Decrease. Decrease. There we go. There we go. Cool. And now, Y time. Increase. Increase. Decrease. Yeah, I'm trying to stretch it out a bit. Decrease. There's a lot going on. Decrease. Decrease. Just making it a little bit better. Decrease. Decrease. There we go. Just trying to get the... Oh! I'm trying to get rid of the things on my thing. 7, 8, 9, 8. There we go. There we go. Cool. And then Z, which increase output. Let's go. I'll do more with when I do any kind of expressions, when I do any kind of major edits. Okay. That's my wiggle stretch. And that is this area right here. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And then there's another one that I'm going to be adding. There we go. So, wiggled. It stretches in on itself. So, we're going to stretch it in on itself and curl it in. Then we're going to curl this one in. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one. We're going to stretch it a little. Let's see here. There we go. Da, 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 da. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, we need to do that. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. I'm a big Zenless fan, so. Bum 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 bum. There we go. There we go. So. Yeah, gonna try to squish it in a little bit more. Squishing it in more. And then, whoop. In and out. Okay. Cool. Now, time for warps. So, we're gonna warp it. Just trying to get some of these together. We're gonna mirror motion that. And then mirror motion this. I know, it's a lot. Mirror motion. I'm really excited about how this is turning out, though. Mirror motion. Motion that mirror. And then 4. Mirror that motion. Oops. And there we go. And there we go. There we go. And so now it's time for the Ys. Just trying to. Oh. Oh. Just making it easy on myself. And then up that. I know, this is gonna be. This is exciting. At least get like this much done today. And then I gotta figure out what I want to do next. Because if I figure that out, I'll at least have a plan for tomorrow. And that's my goal, is to have a plan for tomorrow. There we go. And then Z warp, which is I'm like, man. Then tomorrow is going to be definitely more of a figuring this out, you know? Go. There we go. And then we will do the rotation. Temporary warp. Let's do a little bit more rotating. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now, next one is back hair L. There we go. One. E. There we go. Save it. X2. Oh shit. That needs to be 6 by 6. 6 by 6. Create. 6 by 6 by 6 by 6. Yeah. Okay. Trying to get this a little bit back. 3. Explore. It's just a lot. And being able to name all the layers is probably like the best thing for it, because I would get really confused if not. My 3. Four. Z. Okay. So the next ones, here's this wiggle warp. And then there we go. And then we're going to wiggle stretch these two. There we go. I'm just slowly but surely. Just little things. Just to sprinkle it up and stretch it out. Okay. Yeah. I need back hair. Yeah. The back hair area. And then we're just gonna crinkle it up a little bit more. There you go. There we go, there we go. And then we'll stretch it out more. Okay, now we're gonna stretch it out a little bit more. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now it's time to do some stretches. There we go. Now, gonna motion mirror that. Cool. Now, oh. Motion mirror this. Yep. There we go, there we go. Motion mirror. Boop. And then there we go. And we're gonna motion mirror that. And then two, three, four. Motion mirror that one. And now we're going to go up and down. Motion mirror the up and down. Boom. There you go. And then we're gonna keep on going. Gonna be bouncy. And then Y3. Oh. And then one that way. And then bounce that. Oh. So this will be looking very similar. And then Z warp. So time for Z warp time. Rotation. And then we'll temp warp that down and over a little bit. And we will rotate. And then we will temp warp. Here we go. Go. So. Now we're gonna show the modeling. So. We're gonna show some modeling here. I feel like that's a little too wiggly. Maybe. I mean, that works. Let me check the bounce. Okay, the bounce is not too bad. That's not too bad either. Could be worse. Oh, decrease, yeah. I feel like that top part, that shaking influence for the top, is way too much. Reaction time. 5. Duration 2. Decrease. Oh, that's more. How about 7? 5. 1. Increase. I'm just trying to help it out a little bit. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Decrease. Actually, I want that bottom part. We're just gonna opposite that bottom part. So we're gonna do 2. 5. 5. Decrease. Yeah. Decrease. Yeah, that top part looks a lot better. Yeah. Okay, and now the bottom part needs to go. We're gonna do... Oh! There we go. Oh! 0. 15. 1. Yeah. And then this one is going to be 8, 9, 10. Or how about 9, 8, 7. Increase. Let's increase it. That looks way better. I can already tell that looks way better. Decrease. 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 Yeah, it looks way better. But I feel like my... Actually... 10? I think it was better before. Well... 13? That one will be 7. Decrease. Yeah, there's a lot of bounce there. Which, I'm trying to get to bounce. Decrease? Yeah, that makes sense. And then... there we go. Ooh. That one. I need to warp it. Okay, so... it was this one that I need to warp it when it's like that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll warp it. There we go. Cool. Cool. Awesome. We'll do that modeling again. And I feel like that needs to be warped too. So this one, main top, we're gonna go and do a Z warp on that. There we go. Kind of help it out a little. And then the other side, which we'll do another temp warp. There we go. Just kind of helping it a little bit. There we go. We will do those physics a little bit here. Oh, this one needs to go up a little. Yeah, we'll make the R one go up a little bit. We'll just make that one go up a little. Yeah, so covering a little bit more. And we'll just do that. There we go. We'll just check it out. We will hide that other part right there. Yeah. There we go. Let's try this again. Let's see here. 100? There we go. We're gonna try that. Physics settings. Okay. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Increase. We're gonna make it go nuts. Decrease. Gonna make it go nuts again. I think that works. And now we're gonna go and do the rest. Oh. Okay, cool. So now we'll go and check this out. So yeah, it's looking good. So decrease. There we go. And then increase. Decrease. And then decrease. Increase. This is just to go and help with the magnetism. Boop, 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 boop. Decrease. It is acting way better though, as you notice. Okay. So now I can add, because I have all the hair stuff, the crazy stuff. So hair stuff is all done. All done. So now I'm going to add the body. Just to go and throw it on there. So now, looks way better, way better. Okay, so main hair warp is done. Main bang warp is done. Main hair is done. Back hair is done. So I have so many of these body warp things to do that's probably going to be, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see here. So I got that. I feel like I got that part. Do I want to do the head rigging? That's the question. That's the question. That's the question. That's like a big question for me. Is like, do I do a full body? Or do I work on the full body now? It's like, ooh. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. I got the V bridger. Got my mouth. Got my V bridger. Let's see here. Let's see her. Da 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 da. I know. I got that, which I'm really excited about. Hair physics. I feel like I got everything on the body part though. That's why I'm like, maybe, or everything on the head part. I'm like, maybe it's time to go for the body. That's kind of where I'm at. Videos. So, yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe. Maybe. Because then it's time to do other stuff with it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it is time to go and work on some stuff. Maybe it's time to do head Z, body Z. That's what I'm thinking. That might be the next step. I'm trying to think of what is the next step? What is the next step? So that might be it. And then we'll start doing some of our other lovely stuff, like maybe some body stuff, maybe the head rig is the big one that I look into. Either head or just my regular body in general. I know I have this. I gotta do like the breath, which is also gonna be one. So let me look up, because we will just do this. Live2D breath tutorial. Let's see here. There we go. Breathing amounts. Cool. Cool. So we'll do that. We'll rig the breathing. And yeah, so rigging breathing, and then we will do head Z, body Z, because that's super easy. And yeah, we'll get some of that stuff going. And it'll probably be like really good. So anyways, yeah, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. And yeah, we are done with the hair. Yeah. So I'm gonna write down the stuff. So breath, body Z, and then we're gonna start working on head angles. There we go. So that will help. Anyways, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I'll be on tomorrow, same time, same place. And yeah, thank you so much. I will see you guys later.